Welcome back.
So uncomfortable.
It's Friday.
A straight jacket. We're live.
We're live. It's baseball time.
Evan, we're doing it live. Oh man. I don't know about you, partner, but coffee's been better. The air's been better. Food's been better. No free ads. Water's been better. Winning cures everything. Winning fixes everything. Winning's fun. That last series was the first time I've had fun.
Yeah.
We talked about in the last episode, and obviously we'll talk about fan questions or fan perspectives or fan comments, but I didn't get to say it on the Friday episode, on the Thursday episode, yesterday's episode, that even though the game was 3-1, it was the first time all season. Because it was like 3-0, 3-1 early.
It felt like a bigger lead.
I said, this game's over.
Wow.
That was the first time I said that this year, where I had for a closeout game, for a sweep, the 3-0 lead, even the 3-1 lead felt like it was 6-1, 7-1.
That's ballsy.
So I was the first time all year I said to myself,
I kind of felt that.
This game feels over.
It did feel over because it felt like they had scored a lot more runs.
Yeah,
they did because they had so many runners on base that they weren't scoring again.
But there's so many games with this team over the years, and it's just baseball in general. But like, for instance, I don't want to bring up negative thoughts because the team's rolling, but that Seattle closeout game, day game Wednesday.
Yeah, that one felt bad.
I was just like, they need to score more runs. They should be up 8-0, not 4-0.
It's crazy how a guy like Randy Rosarina hits 200 the whole year.
I think it's the Astros.
But then against the Astros, he looks like Barry Bonds.
Yeah. But for positive thoughts, Wednesday was the first time I was like, this ball game's over. This team's gonna win. So coming off a sweep makes an off day even better. Team, I don't know if you saw Skip post the photo on his IG story.
Yeah.
He had the team going. A little wino night, little steakhouse, little drinks on Skip. Awesome.
Out in KC, but you got some
overrated barbecue.
Yeah.
I can't stand anything out of Kansas City just because of 2015. But I'll
tell you what, dude, I was in KC last year, and there's this little, like, I forget the name of it. It's this well-known like po' boy barbecue sandwich spot that's like connected to a gas station that like locals know all about or whatever.
If a barbecue joint's connected to a gas station,
it had the best, like, it was like a barbecue Philly cheesesteak type of thing.
Okay.
Just like a big, like, hoagie, toasted hoagie roll with like great melted cheese and then like cut up steak with like barbecue sauce. So fucking good. It was so good. Anyways, getting distracted by food. I'm a little hungry. Going to KC for 3.
The winners of 4 in a row for Kansas City.
They won 4 in a row?
They won 4 in a row. They are sitting at 12-14. So they were 8-14. They won 4 in a row. They're sitting now at 12-14. The Houston Astros overnight are only a half a game out now. The Rangers lost, and the Mariners won.
The division on April 8th.
Seattle, Texas, and Houston. Seattle, South Oklahoma, and Houston are all tied in the loss column. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim are at 12-12, and the Athletics. I love how the Athletics rebrand name is just like Prince. You know, they're just the Athletics now. It's just the Athletics. Total rebrand. They're 12-13, only 2 games back. I've said all offseason, I'll keep saying all year, I think the Athletics hold the key to who wins the American League West this year. I think whoever has the best record against the Athletics and their ballpark that the ball flies out of is going to win the division. And so they took 2 of 3 against, I believe, the Rangers. So just a little data point for the foreseeable future. But 7-3 in the last 10, the Houston Astros looking to build off it.
Love to hear
This
that.
game against Kansas City tonight. Wisniewski versus Lugo. Lugo, who finished runner-up for Cy Young last year, sitting at a 1-3 record with a 3.9 ERA. Wisniewski is 1-1 with a 3.91 ERA, and it's about just getting into form and keeping Bobby Wood Jr. off the base pass. Bobby Wood Jr. has the capability. Not breaking news. He's obviously a superstar, but can wreak havoc in a game defensively, offensively with power and speed on the base pass. So gonna be interesting. Gonna be interesting to see that. Chicken in the comments over on YouTube. David says, "What's up, lads? Hoping to see Yannick in our high A team in Wellington in June. That'd be sick."
How's he doing?
I think he's having a pretty good year.
I mean,
I'll
they've
look it
only
up.
probably played like 6 games at this point.
MLB. Joseph says going to the game Sunday.
I'm getting.
He needs the name of the barbecue
I'm
spot.
getting the name. I texted the guys I was with.
Andrew says, "Sup? I've had a nickel for every time a fan base was clamoring for owner to extend Kyle Tucker. I have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird it's happened twice." That is great, Andrew. That's a fire tweet. You should fire that one off. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like I don't know how to describe it. Like your ex is having a great time. 2 of your exes are having a great time, but you're also having a great time too.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, all right, well, like I guess it was mutually great for everyone. Still kind of sucks though, because Kyle Tucker's in 1 year Mr. Cub already. Like it's gonna be that if
He's so good.
if-
I'm on one hand, I'm glad he's getting appreciated now.
yes,
Fucking like.
but I don't know. It's weird for me because like Kyle Tucker's gonna be a case study, and Carlos Correa, right? Guys that are Astros, guys that won championships, guys that were part of 2 different cores. But they're gonna spend majority of their major league career with other teams than Houston when you like zoom out when it's all said and done, which just is so weird to me. But right now in the present, like, hey, he's balling out. Like, shout Tuck, friend of the program. I miss him a lot. But the guys that we traded for, Cam Smith is the real deal. Obviously, Wisniewski's just I think could be sneaky one of the best pickups of this offseason in the sense of a guy that's going to be throwing a ton of strikes, a ton of punch outs, eat a lot of innings, and can pitch big games for you. So, and then obviously Isak Paredes, just an absolute baller. Joseph on YouTube goes, "Did y'all see we play 16 games against our division in September to close out the season?" Did not know that data. I knew there was a lot. Didn't know it was 16.
Hopefully they have a healthy lead by then, or else we're gonna be shitting.
Oh man, everyone's gonna need to call their doctor for that month because that's gonna be stressful. Mendez goes, "What's up, fellas? Your thoughts on Cam Smith at the leadoff spot in front of Jordan at some point this year?" I don't think so. Obviously, just his growth has been crazy, but I would like some protection for him, like obviously, so he can get some more fastballs. But leadoff would be a big reach for year 1. Potentially could grow into it. The guy's a freak.
Joseph, you're gonna appreciate this. The name of the barbecue spot is Joe's Barbecue.
Wow. We live in a simulation.
Literally connected to gas station.
Yeah, anything connected to gas station and sells barbecue is fire.
Original gas station spot.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's really good.
So Joseph, make sure you take some photos when you go, especially at the game too. I haven't been to that stadium. Guillermo,
nice.
Is it nice?
It's nice on a nice day.
Ooh, okay.
I'll say that.
Nice on a nice day.
Night game, I don't know. But a nice warm day. You have the fountain going. It's a good vibe. It's an easy walk around too.
Oh, I like that. Guillermo goes, "Kyle Tucker takes a breath and the MLB glazes him." There has been a uptick in glazing when it comes to Kyle Tucker and Alex Bregman. Rangers said they were sending a warning in the West. All they've done is embarrass themselves. That's why I love our players. They don't talk smack, just play ball. Yeah, you can't in your introductory press conference.
Was that Jock?
Jock Peterson in his introductory said, "We know who's been running the division. It's now ours." And you proceed to go
0 for 40.
0 for 41.
I think it was like worse because he didn't get his hit till the end of the game, so it was like 0 for 40.
So like 1 for 44.
Yeah.
I could say this. I'm not Jock Peterson. I haven't got any tenure in the show or professional baseball, but as a NAIA superstar, you give me 41 at bats in the show, I will get one. I will get one knock before Jock Peterson. 100%. That's how big of a clown Jock Peterson.
We really need to test this one day.
You give me 41.
We've talked to multiple like minor leaguers or former MLB pitchers about like pitching to us.
You give me 41 at plate appearance, I'm getting a knock.
I want to.
I'm getting a knock.
I want to see it.
Do
I stay degenerate and throw another 100 on Hunter Cy Young?
David, I am accumulating data. I'm accumulating value all the way till it's like plus 100. Yeah, I will be gobbling value of Hunter Brown on AL Cy Young. There's your clip. Jock has a big mouth. He does.
Pitching tonight was Nesky.
Walker Yannick is currently hitting 297 with an OPS of 694.
Whoa.
11 for 37.
Not much slugging there.
Not a lot of slugging.
Bunch of singles. Well, Hunter Brown to go to the All-Star game this year. We absolutely need to make sure we run the campaign for that. Oh, well, you can't vote for pitchers.
Yeah, the top five. Junior says gobbling value of Hunter Brown Cy Young award.
Hunter Brown.
That's how commit. AL Cy Young Hunter Brown. Yeah,
but he could probably sprint faster than Jock.
If Hunter Brown wins the Cy Young, I'm gonna buy the Houston Astros from Crane. I'm gonna be like,
I don't think you put enough down for that.
Oh, I'm going to over 365.
Yeah, go to banks for loans for $10 million. Put it all down on Hunter Brown.
It's like Christian Bale taking all the reverse loans of Wall Street, waiting for the bubble to burst.
Might not be right, but you're early.
Yeah, I'm never wrong.
Yeah, that's whatever it is.
Sportsbook opens with a couple mojitos. Hell yeah, David. Put down 200, Dave, and then we'll go to a steakhouse here in Houston. After Walker leaves, y'all think Diaz moves to first and Yannick becomes a catcher? I think that's a possibility. I mean, obviously it's a few years away, but
yes,
I don't know if Diaz is gonna stick behind the plate because he can obviously be when he's on.
I'm just not sure how good of a first baseman he'll be either. Has the Zenzo forced the combo of putting him in left field and Tuve back at second? I don't think so. I think it's just gonna. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be pretty. Like it's not gonna be an easy solution of this guy has this position, this guy's. It's gonna be a clusterfuck of every night is a different rotation of something.
Yeah.
For like the next month or two, until somebody either falls off or somebody really claims a spot for themselves. I think either way, they don't want Tuve back at second. Probably the rest of his career. I think you just prepare for that. He'll continue to get starts at second, but I don't think he's ever going to be a full-time second baseman the rest of his career. Is that a hot take? Or is that...
I think it's a proper take.
I think that's pretty acknowledged that with the ground ball pitchers they have, with his deteriorating second base abilities, he's going to not be the second baseman. He's going to be left fielder, DH, second base, 15% of the time.
Yeah. Well, I think the other side too is like you just have to crack a spot as circle of trust. You have to crack the rotation of playing time, and I think Zach DeZenzo has done that this week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's all you have to he's going to get his at-bats. It's not maybe every day at-bats. But
Good good take from David there. Serious note is extremely concerning that a single or a walk is essentially a double with the inability to throw anybody out.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I should have said that yesterday on the pod when you talked about
That's a
things you're concerned
problem.
about.
That is a problem.
What are the stats? Let me.
It's not good. I think we maybe caught 2 guys this year.
I'm gonna pull that up while you keep reading
Waiting
these comments.
says Hader was pissing me off last year, but so far this season he has been phenomenal at closing. Finally getting our money's worth for Hader, the closer. Yeah. So we talked about on the pod yesterday. Hader had a good year last year. He had a bad month, but a good overall year. Obviously, he had the home run issue, the home run problem. But we talked about the usage of his sinker, which was at 71% last year. And his slider percentage was, the math would be 27%, I think was the other, 71 and 27. And this year now it's 55 and 47.
Yeah.
So he's throwing the slider usage is all the way up. Sinker usage is down. Change up heat obviously just shows it. But yeah, he only has 2 pitches, and like it's amazing how he can command the zone, 1, but 2, throw any of those 2 pitches for strikes at any point. I think the first time we actually saw him be human this year was the 13 pitch at bat versus Springer. That Springer ended up getting the walk on Friday. That was the only time, the tying run got on, and then obviously we got out of it, won the game, sweep. But I think that's the only time he's been human this year. And sometimes you just got to tip your cap that, hey, George Springer, who gets paid a ton of money to get hits off our guys that are getting paid a ton of money, and you got out of the jam. So, yeah, he's been nails. He's been every penny worth times 2. 28 of 30 have reached, according to David in the comments.
Yeah. As far as opponent stolen bases per game, the Astros sit at 25th with 1.17. So they're allowing over 1 stolen base per game as a given. 25th in the league. And Kansas City, interesting note going into Kansas City. Kansas City is number 1. They've only allowed 0.23 stolen bases per game. So Salvi has it locked down. Salvi and their pitching staff has it locked down. Interesting to see if Pena and Jake and any of the guys still try to attempt it this weekend. But that is a drastic difference between the Astros and who they're playing.
Yeah, it's a very general concern. Yeah. Comment over on IG. I don't understand podcasts. Give it to us straight, fellas. Do we have a shot at the title? You have a shot for the pennant. I think this pitching staff is good enough to win the pennant.
Yeah, I think for sure a shot for the AL. NL is tough. I think the best hope is that the Astros can play to their ceiling that we hope they can and win the AL, and that the NL teams beat the fuck out of each other.
Yeah, you have
long 5 and 7 game series against each other and hobble into the World Series exhausted, and you can beat one of them. I mean, I think on a good day they can beat any team.
But this is
especially with how even the Dodgers have been playing this year. They haven't looked like a juggernaut.
This is my take. I think it's Padres, Mets, and LCS. I think when the dust settles, it'll be those 2 teams over there.
The Astros won series against both.
Against both. I mean, obviously trying to think through 7 months from now, but 6 months from now.
Yeah,
6 months from now. But to also answer your question over on Instagram, I think it's a year before the year. I've said this all off season. I'll keep saying it through the season. I think it is a year before the year. I think it feels a lot like 2021 to me. Feels a lot like 2015 to me, where this team is fun. This team's going to kind of play above projections. The pitching staff can win you a title, but for me, in my perspective, I feel like you're missing a bat in the lineup. I don't know where. I just feel there's somewhere in there that should be 35 to 40 home runs. That kind of well rounds the lineup.
And you have the money to go get that person next year.
And you have a ton of money next year to get it. So I think the team's going to play for the pennant. I think this team has a potential to hang a gold pennant. But I think it's a year before the year.
It's kind of, they're in a really good spot because you have almost everybody on this team that's a good team. Frammer is the only one that's leaving,
and he could be moved this year.
I know. So you're in a spot where you already have a really solid team, and you get to add to that either at the deadline and definitely in the offseason, to where this team's only going to get better between this year and next year.
Correct.
So you're right. Like, however far they go this year is a bonus. Next year, they should be able to take this team. Then you have Cam Smith with another year of experience. You have DeZenzo with more time under his belt. You have Hunter Brown still in his prime. You have Arrighetti getting better. You have Wisniewski another year. You have the young guys have another year of experience.
Entire bullpen.
Yeah, your entire bullpen's coming back. You're yeah, I mean the only downside is Altuve is like another year older.
Yeah.
But everybody else that's like your core currently, they're all going to be improving and moving more into their prime, while you only have like Altuve is like your oldest player. I mean, are there any position players? Walker. Paredes is what, 29?
No, Praise
28. He's younger. I mean, he's not over 30.
He is 27. How's baseball reference? I don't have the bio. Oh. 26.
Oh shit.
He won't be 27 until February 18th.
So Walker and Altuve are your only batters over 30.
Correct.
So your entire offense is back next year and more into a year of their prime.
Yeah. And
you have the opportunity to add another bat to that. I mean, I'm kind of getting
here
thinking about it. It's an exciting time. I think Dana's done a great job of what was a closing window and turned it into.
Hold on. Finish the sentence.
I'm just saying he took the window was closing and he opened that shit wide open.
You know what this team could possibly be, and it's piggybacking right off that comment. This could be the 21 Braves. Obviously,
win early.
The Acuna injury allowed that front office to actually moneyball the shit out of it to recreate him, because they got Rosario, Jock, Soler, and they had another bat. It's 4 guys that technically they created like 3 Ronald Acuna Jr.'s for that run.
Yeah.
The Astros have the pitching. They have the bullpen. And it's I don't know, Jim.
I mean, it's crazy how the whole mindset, like, as frustrating as it was to lose Bregman and trade Tucker and some of the other moves they made, this entire team is like taking a fresh step this year.
I don't know who the bat is because it's still so early. Young Garrett with the question, and I believe someone else did. Framber could get us a lefty bat. That was for Ryan. Is there a piece we could add?
Yeah,
I think the piece that you kind of need, like in my head, obviously this is the guy you can't get, but it's like a Teoscar Hernandez type guy, a guy that is going to give you in a vacuum from trade deadline through the playoffs 10 to 15 home runs. I don't know who that is, because it's twofold. I think you can get a king's ransom if you get Lance McCullers Jr. back. These are a lot of big ifs. You get Lance McCullers Jr. back, and he shows sustainability.
Mm-hmm.
You get Spencer Arrighetti back after the thumb injury. You get Luis Garcia back, and there's a lot. I don't know. I don't know if they bring Javier along. There's a lot of money invested in that. They cannot afford bring him back quickly and injure, because they have that money allocated for the next 2 years, 3 years.
Right now, gun to your head, does he start this year?
Christian Javier?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I don't. Obviously, you can run Wisniewski, Blanco, Hunter. So moving
Gusto.
Yeah, and yeah, let's talk about them. So moving the lefty makes sense in a vacuum. And you can get a king's ransom for him.
Well,
at
and
the
also
deadline.
there's a situation.
Duvall
where
was the last one. Yes, Duvall.
There's a situation where, unfortunate to him, but a guy like DeZenzo could be moved just because he's a righty. It's like you move a guy
You
like
know, yeah.
you move a guy like DeZenzo,
I don't like that.
package with Framber potentially.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I'm not a fan.
Probably
I'm not-
like Chaz.
But if you're getting, it might be Chaz. But if you're getting a lefty outfielder, you have a logjam in the outfield at this point.
You do kind of have a
So it'd be smart to move one of those guys
That's a
for
good
a lefty.
Guillermo says to the Mets, we get Clifford back. I did remember I told the boys, I was like, I want Beatty, Clifford,
Yeah.
the pitcher that I forgot it starts with a P, I think his last name. He's like a top 3 guy for them, and then someone else. It was like, that's what I said.
There's a situation where Melton gets a chance this year and shines, and you don't even need to go get a lefty guy. And you're just sitting on a surplus.
This is also where I'm at too. When you don't make moves and you don't shore up spots, I think it's a negative. I think it's a net negative that's not in a Excel sheet or a way smarter people that talk baseball.
It's like
database, but in a locker room, in a clubhouse, when you don't make a move, and I think we're seeing it with Baltimore right now.
Yeah,
me, him, every person that has a microphone on the internet said,
and there's a lot of them.
There is a lot of them. Said, Baltimore Orioles, you need pitching. You need to go get pitching. You cannot roll out Grayson Rodriguez.
So mad about
you cannot roll out 41-yard Charlie Morton. I know you went and signed him. You cannot get the other international signing they have. You need to go get more pitching. They didn't.
Yeah,
and look at them now.
Orioles Twitter, they're so mad.
They're wasting their core. They're wasting these young guys.
They're so mad. I keep seeing like screenshots of Charlie Morton and the guy Sagano. Keep seeing screenshots of their like MLB stats pages and be like, what are we doing? Like, what the fuck?
I don't want to. I'm not going to carry billionaire owners' waters.
No, but
I will say this: if a front office and ownership went out and bought a bunch of us beers and drinks and Ito, like the Baltimore group did, and said, "Hey, we're about to run this shit. It's our time now. We're about to do this." You don't remember that?
No. What did they do?
When that new ownership group came, they went to the bars around the stadium and were buying everyone drinks. The fans.
Damn.
They're doing all this stuff. And then told me to my face, we're going for it. And then for 2 years you haven't. And granted, they may have the deadline make moves and they win a World Series, and we're clipped right now for their DVD. But
I mean,
you can't do that. That's
currently last in their division at 10-14.
You can't do that, and that division's gonna be tough. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, for their pitching staff,
kind of funny looking back. Polanco, yeah, he's having a good year. I was wrong.
Baltimore, oh my god. So the Astros sit at 4th in the league with team ERA 3.26. It's pretty solid.
Damn, dude. Jorge Polanco's betting 351.
Yeah, he's been
an OPS of 963, an OPS really plus of 188.
He's been really good. It's unfortunate.
I'm just shutting up from here on out.
No, but you're right about Baltimore. Look at this.
Thank you.
The Astros are 4th in the league, 3.26.
Okay.
What do you think Baltimore's ERA is?
4.5.
They are last in the league. Number 29 is the Colorado Rockies at 5.07. The Baltimore Orioles have a team ERA of 5.25.
Holy crap.
Awful. Like literally the worst you can get. They've been that bad.
Oh my gosh. Living around there, fans feel how we did last year. Whew. It's not a fun.
It's frustrating because they have a good offense. Just go get some pitching. Yeah, somebody said earlier. Yeah, David said Framber to Baltimore makes too much sense. It does. I feel like that's.
But also the timing. Do you call them next month? Because you said it on the pod. Like what is
they need?
What is
sooner
that?
Rather than later.
Yeah. What is?
I think a team is gonna be willing to jump on Framber earlier than the deadline. It's just a matter of do you feel like the value is worth it or wait?
There's 3 teams I have circled in my brain. If I was my GM brain, the Cubs.
Yeah, yeah.
Since we do a lot of business with the Braves and Baltimore.
Yeah.
Hell, even the Red Sox maybe. But I don't like giving a lefty that could get hot in 1 month and show that he's really, really good at baseball before he gets paid. So I would rather ship him to the NL. Hey, San Diego, you need a lefty over there in that tight.
Oh,
hey,
get their Snell back.
Hey, Mets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Dodgers.
I think if things keep trending the way they are, I would be extremely surprised if Framber is still an Astro in September.
Yeah, and if he is,
I mean,
you have a horse.
That's good for you.
Yeah, you have a horse.
That's good for you if he is. But yeah, Mayo on the outs with the O's brass. Really?
I did want to talk about the tweet I put out about development of pitching. I haven't expanded on it. I'm going to do a blog and a video series on it. It was just off the top of my dome from 2020. Pitchers that have developed with Murphy Miller, the Astros lab, and everything in between. Starting in 2020, you had Christian Javier and Framber Valdez.
Do you want me to
when they took off?
I'll look at the rosters. You want me to say if I see any other ones you left off?
Yeah, 2020 is just weird. I probably would have added Paredes, Blake Taylor, and Scrub, but they didn't. Let me back up. The point of the tweet was when these players took off development wise and then sustained it.
Yeah.
So 2020, Javier and Framber out of that group.
I would say Urquidy as a fringe.
Yeah, but he was prior than he already won World Series games in 2019.
Oh,
I'm saying like when they
it was 2019. Yeah, sorry.
I'm gonna go in the.
I was thinking he came up
in the blog and video series. I'll start in 2015.
Yeah.
But for this tweet, I started in 2020. 2021, Luis Garcia, Kendall Graveman, and Ryan Stanek. I just kind of looked at innings, ERA, and kind of their numbers. In 2022, you had the Abreu. I'm here. I am Brian Abreu. Montero, Maton, Neris, Martinez.
I was going to say Martinez on there.
God, that 22 team was just so good. In 23, you had JP France and Blanco emerge. 2024, Hunter Brown, Spencer Arringhetti, Kikuchi, Scott, Ort, and King.
That was a lot last year.
And then 2025, you have Wisniewski, Gusto, Okert so far. When you look at it, it's really cool to see after winning the World Series, the numbers go to 2 to 5, already at 3 that have kind of came in, developed within the lab and is going to grow through it. That's how you keep the success and sustain that success.
It's like the Krabby Patty secret formula. They know what they're doing. They have a method, and as you can tell that they've slowly grown and developed that method to be stronger and stronger. And you combine that with a GM and a front office that sees that formula and then finds players that you can apply that formula to, and that's sustainable.
And going into 2025, this is the most developed players that are still there in volume. So having Brown, Spencer, Scott, Ort, King, Hayden, Ryan, Okert, that's 8 right there. Just on top of
Javier,
on top of the Framber, top of Hunter Brown, on top of Blanco. Like you have everyone is just kind of in this window. So I wanted to put that out there because that's how the lights are still on, and that's why the party's still going is because this pitching.
It's different than I think almost any other team in baseball. Because even you think of teams that have had sustained success over this past decade, Dodgers, it's a little bit of that, but with mostly spending money. Yankees, it's pretty much only spending money. Their development is not great.
Their bullpen development's been better.
Yeah, I would say their pitching coaches are good, but I don't think their sign and develop is great.
Mm.
Like I'd
Yeah, this
say
Devin Williams.
I'd say
one's-
guys they go get in free agency aren't like it doesn't have that same tie into like we're gonna go get this guy specifically for our lab. It's more we're just gonna go get the best guy. Yeah, I mean, even you think of the Red Sox, they are kind of on that realm, but they have more of that up and down.
Yeah, they
feeling.
swell.
Yeah, I mean the Astros have just done something incredible that most fans should be very proud of how they built that.
It's not easy. I mean, the key acquisition for the Yankees, right? Pitching wise, other than Max Fried, Devin Williams,
How's he doing?
minus 0.5 WAR,
Jesus.
0-1, a 7.88 ERA, 9 games, 4 saves, 8 innings pitched, only 8 strikeouts, a WHIP of 2.125.
So that's what I mean about the Yankees. Like, I think they have good development. Maybe I was saying it wrong. I think they have good development for their draft picks. But as far as guys, even you think about like Joey Gallo, you think about like how many free agents do they go get that just don't match their methodology? Like there's a disconnect between.
Yeah. Well, I think Aaron Judge carries a lot.
For sure, but he's also a developed guy.
Paul Goldschmidt sitting at a
He's going-
0.7
he's going
WAR, 383 with an OPS of 922. Good
Yeah,
for Paul
He's doing
Goldschmidt at
great.
37.
Him and Arenado all of a sudden are hitting great.
I mean, I would say the one guy I would take from the Yankees would be Luke Weaver. I think that guy's filthy, man.
Yeah.
Just filth.
How long until he takes back the closing role?
Next
Devin
week.
Williams.
Hopefully longer.
Guys, I'm excited to watch baseball tonight. Like it's a weird feeling.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's like
fun.
I'm actually looking forward to the games again because
fun.
it's not like even if they lost, it's obviously it's a long season. Can't get too high, can't get too low, but I'm excited to watch some baseball tonight.
I didn't know this. The Astros are first in the AL in attendance, according to Baseball Reference, at 507,307 people.
It's kind of crazy.
If you're making that kind of money,
Assuming
keep making that.
I think a lot of that has to do with I think Boston probably, if you look at percentage wise, a team like Boston might have a higher percentage, but they have a smaller park capacity.
Bigger is better, Josh said.
Yep. Everything's big in Texas.
Projected, our numbers are now up to 89.5 win total.
That's good out of play.
The best possibility is 99-63. The worst possibility right now is 80-82 in the math. 90%.
Oh, I guarantee you there's a worse possibility.
There's always a worse possibility.
It can always be worse.
This is kind of crazy. The math has the Astros and Mariners at 90% to make the playoffs. The Rangers, who
lead the division, well, it's
12.8%.
That's low.
The math.
I mean, they're
the computers and the math. Yeah,
not good.
The computers do not like them so far. 6 weeks in the season.
What's with this one series home, one away garbage? Yeah, I think they said on the broadcast that was the last. They're not going to be doing that anymore.
I felt like we have a Thursday day off every single.
Yeah, for the rest of the season, no. They have another. Yeah, then they have Detroit at home, and then they go back on the road. After that, they have no more of this bullshit the rest of the year. The rest of the year is 2 series on, 2 series off, which I like that.
You want to take?
It's very common.
Ooh, we get a day game next week, next Wednesday. No, 1:10 day game.
Yeah.
Woo, buddy. Okay, that puts some
Detroit
fire in my ass.
Do you want to go to a Detroit day game at
God.
home?
We have to go back. We have to go back. I do think this week, this is the great thing about baseball, right? The Astros are 5-1 in the last 6. And then you have now Kansas City and the Tigers right after that. I think these next 6 games, you got to go 4-2, hell or high water.
Oh, I'd be happy with 3-3.
I think I'd be happy with 3-3 too.
But I would like 4-2. It's tough teams. The Tigers are better than both teams are better than they might be on paper.
I'll say this. I told Josh this after we recorded the episode yesterday that there was a data point that did not take seriously, and I should have, and I was completely wrong. Jack Flaherty signing with Detroit. I think they're a contender in the American League. I think they snipe one of the top 2 seeds. I think with that pitching, Mize, Job, Flaherty,
Job is so good.
Scoobs. I don't know who their 5th is. It's legit. And obviously, they beat us last year with the AJ Hinch chaos magic. But their lineup hits. I think their run differentials first in the American League.
Riley Green is a stud. Kerry Carpenter is a stud.
Quietly
Torkelson has been like one of the best hitters in baseball this year.
Who we tried to trade for last year.
We tried to get him.
Detroit is a 30 run differential, sitting at 15-10, up half a game in the Central.
Yeah, I mean the bottom of their order is a little weak. They're kind of top heavy, but those guys at the bottom of the order are still pesky. They have that pesky like hard out
contact came out.
And then you have Javi Baez.
Oh, we missed Google. Thank God.
Yeah, we missed Google and we missed Reagans.
We missed
Reagans just pitched
baby. Go get a lotto ticket.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fire me up.
Yeah, I mean, I think 4-2 is very possible. You know what?
Yeah.
They're missing Scooble. They're missing Reagans.
So we catch Flaherty.
I'm going to say they win 2 out of 3.
4-4. We go 4-2, baby.
Oh, yeah, they're winning both series.
Wow.
I think you win 2 out of 3 in KC, 2 out of 3 at home.
Statement 2 weeks for the Houston Astros. They do that.
Yeah.
God, I miss just being like, hey, we're here, guys.
Yeah, the Royals had a double header yesterday too.
Oh yeah,
the arms are a little used.
Oh, get those legs heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, get the arms heavy.
Bobby Witt's still gonna steal 7 bases.
Oh man, what did our boys do? They went to a fancy steak night and had some.
They were chilling.
Some vino, just hanging out with the boys. Oh, fire me up!
Went to the Kansas City Football Hall of Fame.
Ryan. Oh no. Well, we tried to tell the Astros to get torqued. We spammed them.
Sorry, yeah, we're not trying to break any news here.
Yeah, no.
We
were annoying.
Torque was having like a 7-something OPS in AAA and not hitting well at all, and was sent down.
I text like 5.
We were like, "Go get him now!" Because he's gonna find it again.
Remember in Zero Dark 30 when Jessica Chastain was writing numbers up, like when they knew where Bin Laden was supposedly, and it was like 90 days or whatever, where she kept writing it. That was me texting front office people, just like Torkelson, like 0 for 3 days. I was just like, "Go get him. He's 0 for 3 today.
Yeah,
like go get him. They're tired.
The value
is rock bottom.
We're in a dip.
Yeah, buy. They're like
buy low.
They're like, please stop texting me.
KC burned their bullpen.
Reese
yesterday.
Olson.
Yeah,
Reese Olson was the other guy.
Oh yeah, Reese Olson. He's okay.
Through 7 and third. Yesterday, no earn.
Job is a stud.
I mean, Detroit just took 2 or 3 from San Diego.
Yeah.
They won 6-4, lost 2-0, won 6-0. Playing good ball. They're the Orioles. So I'm pumped about this game in the sense of Astros, Royals, kind of obviously they're rolling. They won 4 in a row. I think they play the Rockies. Oh, so
who?
The Royals.
Just now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously win 4 in a row and 3 of the 4 against Colorado. But I think this weekend and then next is a good water level mark to see where the boys are this early in Q1 of the season. But go hang 30 this weekend again as an offense. Brian Ashton, Javier come back in the pen. When he comes back, he's probably your number 2 behind Hunter Brown.
I think Wisniewski is the first guy that probably gets moved back.
I think they go 6-man.
Sure. Yeah, they could. But I mean, at that point, you might have 7 pitchers. You might have 7 starters. Like
Gusto's going back to the pen.
Well, yeah. But
you'll be rolling Hunter, or you'll be rolling Framber, Hunter,
Arrighetti, Blanco.
Or Arrighetti's not here right now.
Well, we're talking about when Javier.
Oh, yeah.
Months.
Yeah,
he came back in September. You're gonna have Framber,
that makes
Hunter,
sense.
Arrighetti, Blanco, McCullers, Wisniewski, Gusto, and Javier. That's 8
It's a
capable
good
starters,
it's a good problem to have.
and Luis.
You're not trading Clifford for JV. You're not trading 3 guys for Kikuchi. You're not doing all this stuff. You have pitching now. It's good. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good problem to have.
Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer. Odds of the White Sox of Colorado don't get 40 wins.
Colorado is bad.
Colorado, have you?
We knew the White Sox would be bad. Colorado is bad.
I don't know if you're on the TikTok app, but Colorado's posting food content. The Rockies' main account is posting food content with their players. They made one of their top prospects, Chase Dolander, just came up. They put a plate of Rocky Mountain oysters in front of him, which are bull testicles, and he ate them. And then they told him afterwards what he ate, and you could just tell on his
Sounds like a
face.
crime.
He was like, "What the fuck what are you doing here?"
What are we doing?
Could you imagine the Astros being what's the Rockies record right now?
They are 4-20.
Could you imagine the Houston Astros being 4-20?
Shout out Colorado.
Ooh, 420. Could you imagine the Houston Astros at 4? No, let's just say this was last year. The Houston Astros at 7-19 last year. Posting food content with our guys in the locker room. You imagine that? I'd storm Minute Maid Park. I would storm it. I would make King Kong look like a child's story. If my baseball team...
You say I'll make January 6th.
I was going to say it, but we're live. Let's make January 6th look like a tea party. I would have stormed Minute Maid Park like King Kong if they were doing food content on their platforms. It's ridiculous. Like, had zero wherewithal. Zero.
This wasn't updating.
Ugh. Makes my skin crawl.
Framber Brown, Spaghetti, West, Lance Gusto, eventually Lance Garcia start. I would jump off the train tracks.
I just want James, that's a great question. You want to see the offense put up 4 consistently?
Yes. Yeah. That's a must, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's everything. Your pitching, I think, at this point, you can count on to be solid. Have the occasional rough night, but your starters are going to give you a chance to win almost every night. You just need your offense to score more than 4 runs, and you. I mean, I don't know the math. I'm not.
If you score more than the other team, you tend to win.
We've become a math pod recently.
We're big.
I'm getting big in the numbers.
I'm just
so
a
I'm not
bill
going to actually do it right now.
Capitol
but I guarantee you their record when they score more than 4 runs is obviously great.
I think maybe their only loss is the Seattle.
Yeah, I mean
when they scored more than 4?
When they score runs, they tend to win games.
Hey, when you score,
it's a novel idea,
more than the other team, you tend to win. And I'm just a bill on Capitol Hill. I miss that stuff. I miss those videos. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't have any, like, off the top of my head, any other stuff because we did the podcast yesterday. If you haven't seen it, it's on our YouTube page. But any other questions? Anything you guys want to answer? Any? Oh, how about this? We said this on the pod. We talked about our concerns through 24 games from our perspective, from a fan perspective. Josh had mentioned the lack of offense. I mentioned lack of slug. I also mentioned the usage of Brian Abreu and Josh Hader. They've thrown over 51% of the game so far. Just want to see people. This is us like nitpicking problems. We're now making mountains out of molehills in this segment. Obviously the offense, right? The lack of pop and slug. But I just want the data point usage of Abreu, Hader's being in 51% of the game so far. And I think when Ort comes back, Whitley gets more run. Okert, King. Who else am I missing right now that's in the circle of trust?
Scott, technically.
I'm talking about the 8th inning. I trust any of those guys to be an eighth inning guy when.
You say Whitley?
Yeah, I said
Yeah. I mean,
that takes some stuff off of Brady's plate when he needs it.
It's a lot more than they had last year. Let's say
it's nice when you have options.
Brady and Hader and Presley to hold down everything last year.
We're zooming out of last year. I still have no idea how they made the playoffs. That was just pure. You know, like when the stories of like a mother lifting a car off their child stories.
Yeah,
that was the 2024 Houston Astros.
Yeah,
like they should not have.
Yeah,
and they went out kind of the way that they probably should have.
It's you know what's the equivalent of? It's I'm sure you've experienced this with like Duolingo. It's like when you have like a streak.
You have to use the streak freeze.
It's like 11:59 or something. You're like, shit. You're getting. And they got the playoff streak.
Yeah,
continued.
Yeah,
just under the wire, and that's good. That's what we'll remember that season for, is that they kept the playoff streak going, and then we can build on that for this year. In the grand scheme of things, last year was the rebuild year, and now you go.
Now we go. David with the great. The Astros are 9-2 when scoring 4+. There you go. Maybe we should start slapping each other.
Hey. Maybe we should start hitting each other.
I'm still waiting for Sidney Sweeney to throw the first pitch.
You have to be careful reading Guillermo comments.
Yeah,
Guillermo says something.
Any news on LMJ? I heard he might be back for the series, but now he's not. Oh, he had that stomach flu, so he threw a pin. He threw a pin this week, and then
it's the other.
He's throwing this weekend full bore.
It'll
probably be back.
No.
Who's after Detroit? Who's after Detroit?
I think it's the White Sox.
Damn, we go on the road. How poetic would that be? Hold on.
Yeah, it's the White Sox in Chicago.
How poetic! Lance McCullers Jr.'s first start back is gonna be against the White Sox, where all the negative stuff.
Yeah, 2021.
Hold on. This is just the year of the Astros. I'm ready to call the mayor. Because you have Hunter Brown going back to Kansas City where everything went bad.
That's true.
You have the Astros against the Tigers where everything went bad.
Yeah.
And then you have Lance McCullers Jr. against the White Sox where everything started to go bad. This is three.
Exercise your demons year.
It's exercise the demons week. So everyone out there, go exercise your demons. Exercise. You don't work out with your demons. You exercise them.
Exorcise.
Yeah. Or you can exercise with your demons, whatever you're into. That's fine too.
Yeah.
You don't judge. Non-judgment pod. As a math pod, we don't judge.
He guys isn't quite the red flag yet, but it's starting to go that way. I think he's going to be all right.
Who?
Diaz.
I'm worried.
You're worried?
I'm worried.
I'm not.
He's had some good at-bats lately.
Yeah. He hasn't looked totally lost yet. He's had some bad at-bats. He's had some good at-bats. He's had some well-hit balls that find gloves. He's had some little bloopers drop in. I think he's going through it.
I think there was just a lot of stress 1 through 9.
Yeah.
And I think we're kind of out of that a little bit.
I think Jeremy hitting 4th does such wonders for extending this lineup.
Okay. Playoffs start tomorrow. Is Jeremy Pena batting 4-hole?
So if it starts tomorrow, yes. I don't know if I'll have that answer after September. But right now, with how he's hitting and with how I see it kind of help the guys around him hitting in front of Walker, I think helps Walker, and then Walker hitting now 5th helps Diaz and the guys behind him. Like, it just extends the lineup. It's like a little like like a curtain rod extender or something. Like you have your two, and then you just throw one in there in the middle, and it just kind of spreads things out a little bit better.
Well, call me BB King because Yanier Diaz's savant page is blue as blue can be.
Oh, that was
He's
good.
got the blues. You like that?
That was good.
You like the blues?
Yeah, love a good BB King reference.
Between that and the red coats, I got 2 in 2 days.
Playing Lucille over there. Hot take: Pena should be 2-hole. I think
I
Pena
like
should lead off.
that.
I think Pena should lead off.
I like that.
I've been saying that.
Rockets included exercise the golden.
Yeah,
Dude, okay.
If the Rockets win this series against the Warriors, the Astros are winning the World Series. That's just math.
I'm publicly going to formally announce off the record that the next 2 weeks is exercise the Demons week in the city of Houston. Exercise your demons. Go do it. Damn, that was a good pull. Why didn't I think about that? Good pull, James.
Great pull.
Speaking of basketball, rocking the shirt. It's in the vault now.
Yeah,
you can't get any, or you can't get anymore. So
right behind you there.
You missed out. It's in the vault. We may open the vault back up. But Rockets watch party at J Bar M for game 3 Saturday night.
Saturday night. Former Rockets players there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get back. I'm going to Texas versus Texas A&M.
Jesus,
Saturday.
It's a long day.
The game's at 3, so I should be back for the game.
8:30.
It's an 8:30 start.
8:30. It's in California.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It's late.
It's a long day for you.
See you there.
See you later. See you later.
I'll see you there. See you at a different time.
See you
formally announced off the record. Yeah, you know what I do here, Andrew.
Somebody said Josh Dez. Thoughts on Framber for Cedric Mullins?
I would have loved that 2 years ago.
It's tough because have you seen his numbers?
I'll pull it up. I'll pull up the Savant page.
Pull up the Savant page. I'll tell you his regular numbers. He currently, in 78 at-bats, has a 1,023 OPS, 6 home runs, 20 RBI, hitting .295 with 5 stolen bases. I don't think they would trade him for Framber. Well, I don't know how many years he has left. That's a really good question.
He's only 30, man. Hopefully a long, fruitful life.
That was good.
Dude, I'm on with yeah. Yeah.
That was really good. He signed a 1-year.
Framber for Polanco.
He is a free agent next year, so that's kind of weird. That'd be kind of wild. I mean, it would be serving a need. It would be trading a rental for a rental to serve a need.
I would rather have their prospects.
Yeah, but I would rather have a prospect for the future.
I'd rather have those prospects.
Unless they really want to make a run this year, and they're like, and Melton's good, and like they trust their other outfield prospects, and they're like, we don't need a long-term outfielder, we just need one right now. We could have already had Polanco for peanuts. Yeah.
Looking back, that was failed.
Should have got him. I mean, I was one of the ones saying no, don't get him, please, no. But yeah, that's why I'm not a GM. Sidebar: Texans not getting Golden last night was criminal. Yeah, it was tough. They got cucked. The 2 picks right in front of them. they got snatched.
Never want to be in that chair.
No. Rangers versus Astros ALCS to really exercise that demon too.
I don't know if this state could handle another ALCS.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm clearly wearing the Battle for Texas shirt right now.
That's a very good one we've done.
Yeah. There's that outfielder for the Cubs we could sign this year. What a
coup would that be?
Imagine?
I will name my first child Jimmy Crane if they went and got Kyle Tucker.
Dude, that's kind of a good name.
Jimmy Crane?
Well, I was thinking with your last name. Yeah. That's kind of a good name. That's
Works.
A ball player name.
It works. It works.
That's my hit bomb. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
30 guy?
Yeah.
I think one of the big things that like those coups would like be kind of cool, like in a video game, but it could happen. I don't know. He's gonna get $600 million.
Yeah. Mullins doesn't walk here, so
Framber
for Mullins would be a rental for a rental.
I'd rather go Framber for
that's one of those things where like
package of prospect. Even if you do, we're prematurely moving
offers. I take it because that's more of a need than Framber is. But
dude,
you would hope that you'd have better offers than that.
I'm still in the camp of. I mean, I flip-flopped camps, but Framber in a walk year during the playoffs may be the biggest monster we've ever seen.
Maybe.
I mean, there's a lot of
But my problem with Framber is it's all maybe.
Yeah.
With Hunter, if you told me the playoffs are starting tomorrow, I'd be like, I trust Hunter Brown 100,000%. He's going to go out and give me a fucking grind of a start, get me 6 innings, get me less than 3 runs, and get me like 5 punchies, no doubt.
I don't.
Framber going out there, I'm like, he could go 8 innings, no runs, 3 hits, 10 Ks, or he could go 3 innings, 8 runs, 10 hits, no Ks. Like,
He threw a good game 1 against the Tigers.
He did, and he's done a lot of great things.
He should have been World Series MVP in 2022.
I don't have enough heart medicine.
That's fair. That's
to
Look,
deal with it.
The thing with the Framber experience is this: you just hold on. You just hold on and hope, and pray that when the dust settles through 6, that it's a fun ride.
The good thing is it's not a need. It's not a desperate.
It's a luxury if we were to have that
Dana
conversation.
can afford to wait for the best offer, whatever.
Oh,
it is. He says, "Everybody come to me. Everybody you want a Framber? Come here. Come give me your offer."
There's one thing I could do. Sorry, hold on. There's a lot of things he does right. The one thing he does very, very well is that scouting eye.
Yeah.
Just give me something to bet on. When I hit 27 roulette, I made bank thanks to you.
Bet on like at the casino or
sportsbook? Where are we at? Sportsbook. Yeah. Guillermo, you hit like 30 to 1 odds. I just got a thank you. I didn't get a little tip,
drinks on you.
A little happy hour bonus.
Airline miles,
Yeah. I would say, what game are we playing, Guillermo? Give me something. If you're at a sportsbook, I got a hot one for you.
For tonight?
I mean, I'll cook something up. I
thought I had a hot one last night.
I would
bet in a Thunder spread, and they fucking. You see, the spread was 7.5. And
wait, what happened?
Thunder Grizzlies.
Dude, I had no power.
Thunder beat their. Oh, yeah, it was that bad all night.
I told you I was underwater.
Thunder beat their ass by like 20 points the first 2 games.
Yeah.
And the spread was 7.5, and so me and Gabe, absolutely hammering that. And then the Grizzlies were up by like 15 halfway through the game.
Wait.
And Thunder came back and won by 6 points.
Hold on. This isn't right. The Grizzlies scored 18 points in the third and 13 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And gave up. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys lost 114-108. Right on the number.
It was 6 points. 1 more 2.
Clippers won 117-83. James Harden's on the Clippers.
Welcome to basketball.
Karl Anthony Towns and Nick. The Knicks won 118-116.
You haven't plugged in the NBA in a year, have you? A year or 2.
Kevin Durant is on the...
Now, you have any guess where Chris Paul is right now?
I do know this because I saw a tweet. It was really funny. He's on the Spurs because he played every single game this year. And the tweet was like, oh, now you play all the games in one season?
Do you know where Luka is?
Luka's a Maverick. I do know that. Or Luka's a Laker. Luka's a Laker. I do know that one.
Prize Picks. He's on Prize Picks.
Ooh, a Marcel Ozuna. Don't like the guy as a human being.
No. And he's a righty.
Hits.
We don't need him.
Oh yeah, you did try to buy. Yeah, I forgot that. Prize Picks. Bobby Witt Jr. hit run RBI or
stolen base
or Bobby Witt Jr. fantasy score.
Yeah, Bobby Witt Jr. fantasy score.
Bobby Witt Jr. fantasy score is probably the best because he gets 5 points. First steal. But yeah, other than that, I really don't have much going in. This is good vibes right now for me.
Good vibes,
it's been a good week, winning 5 of 6. Look, guys and girls. It's Demon Week. It's unofficially,
exercise your demons.
Inaugural, off the record, put it in the paper, Demon Week. From April 25th to May 2nd. Oh, that's actually 1 week. Yeah, it's Demon Week. Exercise your Demon Week.
Funny story. My girlfriend made $255 on Prize Picks by choosing players based on how she liked their uniforms.
It works. That works.
That for some reason that story is universal.
That's a universal story.
Gabe had his girlfriend like pick a college bracket, just mess around. She was like 99th percentile.
It works. If the Astros never traded for Yordan, the Dodgers would have won 20 straight World Series. Maybe. That's a multiverse I don't want to be in.
Yeah, that's the bad one.
That's a bad multiverse. It's a very, very scary multiverse.
Oh shit, it's been an hour.
Yeah, we're at time. We're at time. Astros Royals tonight. Demon Week. Or maybe we're the demons. I don't know.
Maybe the demons were the friends we made along.
Maybe are the demons in this room with us?
Jay wants to wish you a hearty fuck you for A&M Texas this weekend. How's that going to go?
I think Texas takes 2 of 3.
Are they close in competition? I don't even
know. A&M was a preseason number 1 in the country consensus, and then proceeded to go like 7-20, and now they're on a hot streak, almost back to 500, I think.
What is Texas?
There's a lot of hate. Texas is currently the number 1 team in the country at 34-5.
Holy shit! I had no idea.
Number 1 in the country. Yeah, it's big hate week, big demon week. A&M's not very happy about
Who's
Jim
exercising their
Schlossnagle.
demons there?
I think. I mean, this is Texas A&M's World Series in the sense because the head coach left them, which was crazy. And it's a games in Austin.
Texas?
Left them for Texas.
Oh yeah, I remember
after losing the College World Series. So I'll be in Austin. If anyone's in Austin, let me know. I'll be at the game Saturday. Should be a fun week. So I don't know. Have you ever had beef with other teams' fans? Oh, early days were Terps. Early days
Twitter beef, nothing.
Yeah, nothing real. Valdez for Corbin Carroll, that'd be sick. But yeah, Lugo, Wisniewski, game 1. Game 2, I think Tags put it out. Hunter Brown or Framber Hunter.
Game 2 is Framber versus Waka.
Ooh.
Game 3 is Brown versus Bubik.
Ooh, Demon Week, baby. It's Demon Week.
Bubik is pretty good, but the Astros, I think, have the advantage.
Go exercise the demons, y'all. That was most country y'all ever said in one time. Y'all.
Where should I go get some grub?
We're not doing that. We're gonna go to Big City Wings, y'all. Houston's Wing Joint, Apollo's Wing Joint, 13 locations. I got my wings yesterday before the Noah's Ark rain that I got in Tomball. So thank you for that. Got it before the draft. Draft's going through the weekend, so head over to Big City Wings, Houston Wing Joint, Apollo Wing Joint. Get you some gridiron special. Texans got 5 picks.
Yeah, it's gonna be
today.
Actually busy for the Texans today.
Yeah, and I if you missed it yesterday, the guys did a draft stream for the Texans, and
real fun night.
They had some zing-zangs because the Texans didn't make any pick, but they made some picks. They chose the Michelada mix.
Garrett learned how to pronounce Michelada.
Oh, he was having trouble with that one.
Yeah, he was calling it Michelada, like a Michelob.
That you know what? That falls on me. That falls on me as a leader. Yeah. That falls on me. And that's not on him. That's on me.
Yeah,
we'll work on that.
Yeah. He was corrected by.
They also have the margarita mix and the blazing
margarita,
the blazing Bloody Mary vodka infused drinks. And when you're not thirsty, head over to Kobe Stevens, get you some gear. I'm wearing the joggers right now. I rock the Azalea shirt all during Masters Week. They have a bunch of shirts, golf apparel, men's line, women's line, youth line, outdoor line. They're kind of doing it all. They're branching out outside the golf space into streetwear and apparel and athletic wear and everything outdoor wear. So head over to Kobe Stevens. All their links will be down below. Thank you guys for tuning in.
I forgot.
That's on Sunday show.
Oh yeah, we're doing.
And I did the solo show, and you didn't clip it, but I gave last week's first inaugural weekly.
Oh yeah,
dog of the week to Josh Hader. It was a vote of 1. I gave to Josh Hader. So that was week 2.
Yeah, Sunday. Yeah, we'll do this Sunday.
So week 3, dog of the week will be on our Sunday episode after the which will drop on Monday, will be the dog of the week. So
You should probably just take that home then, just to have it on camera.
that's too much responsibility.
All right, I'll take it home.
Too much responsibility. But other than that, thank you guys for tuning in on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. Like, subscribe,
Good
subscribe,
show.
unsubscribe.
Got some ball today. Got some Rockets tomorrow.
Yeah, head over
It's a good
to
weekend.
J Bar M Rockets Watch Party 8:30 tip.
I'm pretty sure.
I think the guys will be there around 8. So head over to J Bar M. I'll don't meet me there, beat me there.
Doing some giveaways.
Doing some giveaways.
The shirt is off of the store, but if you haven't got one, your best bet is to go to the game and get a giveaway because we're going to be giving some away. Yep.
Peace.
Thank you for watching and listening to Beyond Diamond Podcast.
Peace. Love you guys. Demon weekend. Demon.
Power of Stroh's
Power.
compel you.
The power of the shows compel you.